Hello, dear listeners, and welcome back to Book Summary 5, the 5-Minute Summary channel. I'm Sammy, your host. Today, we're diving into The Black Tulip by Alexandre Dumas, a novel first published in 1850. While Dumas is often remembered for grand, swashbuckling epics like The Three Musketeers and The Count of Monte Cristo, The Black Tulip is a different kind of story, one that mixes historical drama, romance, and even a touch of botany into a fast-paced and surprisingly tender tale. So settle in, and let's walk through the plot together so you'll feel like you've read it cover to cover. The story begins in 1672, a dark year in Dutch history known as the Rampjar, or the Year of Disaster. The Netherlands is in political turmoil, and tensions between the Republican Party and the supporters of the House of Orange are at a breaking point. The book opens with a brutal historical event, the lynching of the De Witt brothers, Johan and Cornelius, who were prominent statesmen. Dumas doesn't hold back here, using real history to paint the backdrop of a country tearing itself apart. But from this chaos, we zoom in on a much more intimate story. Enter Cornelius van Baerle, a peaceful and scholarly man who lives in the town of Dordrecht. Cornelius is obsessed not with politics, but with tulips. Yes, tulips. And at the time, tulip mania had gripped the Dutch Republic. Rare bulbs were being traded like gold, and the most prized of all was a black tulip, which no one had yet been able to cultivate. Cornelius sets out to achieve what no one else has managed, growing a perfect jet-black tulip. He works in secret, pouring his heart and soul into the task, and he eventually comes close to success. But just as his dream nears realization, politics comes crashing through the greenhouse door. He's accused of being involved in the conspiracy with the De Witt brothers, largely thanks to the jealousy and scheming of his neighbor, Isaac Boxtel, who wants to steal Cornelius's tulip glory for himself. Cornelius is arrested and thrown into prison in The Hague. It's here that the story shifts again, from historical drama and gardening quest to a love story. While imprisoned, Cornelius meets Rosa, the jailer's daughter. Rosa is intelligent, kind-hearted, and soon moved by Cornelius's passion for his tulips and his quiet integrity. They form a secret partnership. Rosa agrees to help him cultivate the elusive black tulip in her little garden just outside the prison walls. They communicate through notes and whispered conversations, and slowly, affection blooms between them alongside the flower. The suspense builds as Rosa manages to grow the precious black tulip. But Boxtel, still lurking in the shadows, spies on them and plots to steal their success. As the competition for a 100,000 guilder prize offered by the city of Haarlem for the first black tulip intensifies, Boxtel swoops in and presents Rosa and Cornelius's tulip as his own. Just when all seems lost, justice starts to take root. Cornelius is exonerated when letters prove his innocence, and Rosa bravely steps forward to claim what's hers and Cornelius's by right. The judges ultimately recognize the truth, that the tulip was grown through the efforts of Cornelius and Rosa, not Boxtel. In the end, Cornelius is released from prison, and the lovers are reunited. Not only do they claim the prize, but they're also rewarded with the chance to live in peace, away from political upheaval, surrounded by flowers and the quiet satisfaction of having endured. The black tulip, a symbol of purity, hope, and perseverance, becomes the legacy of their love and resilience. The Black Tulip may not be Dumas's most famous novel, but it's a charming blend of history, intrigue, and romance with just the right touch of idealism. It's about holding on to what you love in a world full of betrayal and noise. Whether you're in it for the flowers, the history, or the slow-burn romance, this story reminds us that beauty and love can flourish even in the darkest times. Thank you for tuning in to Book Summary 5, the 5-Minute Summary channel. If you enjoyed this summary, please subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. Until next time, happy reading.